Hey, welcome to the segment. This is our spoiler review of the movie The Martian that we just saw. Now we have a spoiler-free review. That link is in the description below. We also talked to fans that saw the movie. That link is also in the description down below. And we're going to get to the spoilers of this movie. So if you want to see spoilers or if you've already seen the movie, stick right here. Let's talk. And just before we get into this, I said this in the last video, but I'll say it again just in case. We have new viewers here that didn't see the other ones. In case I'm sounding a little bit different today, or if I feel like look like I'm grimacing a little bit, I just had a wisdom tooth pulled yesterday, and it was a hell of an extraction. The root was all screwy, and
it was like Black Hawk Down.
It was very, we saw Matt Damon going through a lot on Mars, and
you were there.
But honestly, this was way worse. But anyway, so I'm dealing with it though. I'm here. So let's get to the spoilers. Kivan, what's some spoilers you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I made a little description there about Black Hawk Down. Ridley Scott, love you guy. Some great movies, and that was one of the ones he actually directed. The spoilers for me, well, I guess, obviously, it's called The Martian. You obviously, if you watch the trailers, you saw the movie, basically.
Yeah, that's the big spoiler. It's not this video. It's the trailer itself.
That
was horrible.
It was horrible.
I mean, if you're paying attention, I'm sure there's a lot of people, probably even the majority of people, saw the trailer, saw the movie, didn't put two and two together, and enjoyed the hell out of it. But the trailer, for example, shows the crops that he planted growing and green. So everything up until that point, which is a good hour and a half in the movie, really didn't need to be there because you already knew he was going to get the crops growing. It also, in the trailer, shows that the crew of the ship headed back to Earth does a mutiny and turns back to go for him. So basically, you could have started the movie there.
Well, just going back to what we were talking about right after actually coming out of the theatre, we did our interview with the fans, and some great reviews, by the way, so you should watch that as well. But you made the point that why didn't they do, maybe a 2-minute, almost the opening set of this movie, and not really give away too much, build you into the character.
Especially a movie like this. Yeah. I mean, when the whole suspense of a movie is based upon if one character lives.
Survives, yeah.
Why not, instead of doing a traditional trailer where you're splicing up the movie and putting in the scenes, I was thinking a good trailer for this movie may have been the message, like a grainy, here's the trailer, the grainy message where he's sending it back to Earth, and
fuzz it out.
and he's like, hey, I survived. I'm not dead, and I'm gonna have to learn how to survive on this planet for this amount of time. A little minute monologue, boom, that's the trailer. That's it. That would have had me in some suspense, but they did the same thing with Castaway, because in the Castaway trailer, the original one with that, they show him, there's a question asked in the trailer, like, how did you survive? And he's like, I just thought of blah, blah. And it's like, dude, you just blew the whole movie. You just said he survived.
Exactly. But, having said all what we just said, this doesn't stop it from being a good movie.
It's a great movie.
And there were so many good things to enjoy. I mean, the settings. I felt like I was on Mars. I really did. I mean, I never felt like I was in some lot or some, I don't know where they were filming it. And it'd be interesting to see that landscape. But it looked real. Everything looked real. I felt it was like a documentary. It felt like it had really happened. And this person had been stranded up there for 4 years or whatever it was. And everything felt real. I mean, it was amazing to me that for 2 hours, in this day and age, a 2-hour movie could actually hold an audience. That blew me away. And it was entertaining. There was a lot going on. But it was a shame that you kind of knew all the time what was going to happen. It's like shooting JFK. You knew it was going to happen. Why watch the movie?
What I think would have made it more suspenseful, however, this movie was based on a book, so they based it on that. But to me, it would have been more suspenseful if more people would have been left on Mars so that you could kill off some people.
Yeah,
because then you wouldn't know who lived or survived. Because like, at the very end of the movie, there's this one astronaut especially that's kind of floating around on the outside of the ship, and he's like grabbing it and almost misses his thing. Well, I was thinking though, after all they went through and that they had to mutiny to go there, obviously this guy's not going to die, because if he died, that'd be too much for the audience, considering, you know what I mean? Like,
you know, and one of the things I was thinking about when he was suddenly, as he was leaving, he started having all this distress, whereas a minute ago he was fine. You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of maybe if he'd have hit himself or something, and then that had created that problem for him, and then you'd been alarmed for him. But suddenly he was all over the place.
They put so much emphasis though on every single person surviving that by the time it gets to that point, I already knew that there's no way they can kill anybody in this mission. And
had we written it, it would have, definitely somebody would have died, I think.
Because they established that if anybody got hurt or died too, that they would all be court-martialed and all that stuff. And it's like, you know, the end of the movie is not going to be during a court-martial, you know, going to prison.
Well, Ridley Scott film, you know, Black Hawk Down, you know, is obviously based upon the military, and they're going in to go and get their guys, and people die to go and, you know, get some guys back. That was a true story, though. Well, exactly my point. But and they were military, you know, to the astronauts. So you know, you go back for your guy, and that's what it's all about. Well, obviously the rest, NASA said no. They still decided they wanted to go, but it would have been kind of cool and a little bit objective if someone had died and it wouldn't have been him. You know, that would have been pretty cool. I think. Well, you know, hey, that's why we're here, right? Debating and talking about a movie.
Pooping on an awesome movie.
No, we're not really. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, we're just giving ideas.
Well, what did you score it though?
I scored it an A-.
A-, and so I gave it 8.7. And
I think it's going to even be a better movie years from now.
I agree.
I think that, you know, like, I look at kids that are 10, 11, 12 years old today, and they're going to find this movie on Netflix in 5 or 6 years and not know anything about it. Imagine seeing this movie and not knowing anything about it. How cool it would be.
Well, especially as NASA seems to have gone away, you know, and, you know, the whole space program seems to have fallen apart. It was kind of a good movie for kids to actually watch, like you were saying, and
inspire people.
Yeah, inspire people, and maybe there is people that really want to go to Mars still. You know, like the one person we were speaking to tonight actually always wanted to go to Mars. You know, hey, I don't know if I would, but but it was fun, and I think the movie itself, like I said, it felt real. So everything felt real, even down to the, you know, the way they were floating through. I thought they did some really, really nice things in that movie.
See, I thought the floating, that was what I was going to mention on special effects. The floating, I thought looked kind of corny at some point.
Yeah, but
like, they obviously didn't do. They used to do in like the movie Apollo 13.
Right.
They used to build these sets on planes, and they would, you know, fly down, and they would have like 30 seconds of weightlessness to film the scene. It's more than obvious they didn't do that. They looked like the 1980s Christopher Reeve Superman, I thought, floating around sometimes. I don't think that's going to age well.
Yeah, well, you know, because I've seen some actually footage of that, and they do kind of float like that nowadays. I think that's the new way, when they kind of float like that. But hey,
I don't know. I'm just talking about the body, the self.
Mr. Cynical.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, they looked too digital. It looked kind of funky, I thought.
I enjoyed it. He says it's funky.
Yeah,
Mind you, I like Ridley Scott, so I was going with it.
Well, I was thinking about my tooth the whole time anyway, so I wasn't paying that close attention.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I think we covered everything. One more thing, I guess, would be the soundtrack, which was some interesting choices. Who would have known? Disco.
Actually, you know, because I'm from that era, I kind of enjoyed it, but I also like the fact that it did. I was waiting for the reference from Bowie, you know. Is a star man, you know, had to come in, right? Or Can You Hear Me, Major Tom? So I knew something like that was going to come up, and then it didn't for a while, and I thought, no, we're not going to use it, and then they did. So there's some good songs on there, actually. I found myself singing.
They had some extra fun with that, which was also, you know, realistic. You know, the way that they brought it in.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought all the characters did really well. It was entertainment, and like you said, the one chap, I'm not sure his character, but every time you see him in a movie, he brings that kind of little. He's like a tough guy, but he's kind of comical as well. Oh, that was very good. Yeah, very well done.
Very well done. All right, well, I think we got it all done. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out the first fan reviews. They're pretty cool. We talked to a real-life science major. At least he's a school science professor. So
he did talk about it, didn't he? Wanted to go to Mars.
Yeah. He was wearing a NASA shirt and everything, so I know he's a pro.
He's connected.
Yep. All right. Well, anyways, come on. Let's do a little cheers. And
cheers.
We'll see you guys on Sunday night, Monday morning, for the big finale of Fear the Walking Dead.
That's right. And where can they see it?
Right here on Blue Number Media. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.